Alright guys, how's it going? Will here from ZaltekReviews.com. Today, just note the tripod. Today I'm taking a look at one of my favourite micro brands actually, Vesuviate watches, and this model is called the Volare, Volare GMT I might add, and it does have the new Seiko NH34 or the 4R34 GMT movement inside it. Quite an unusual one this actually. It's launching on Kickstarter in September. However, when I normally hear Kickstarter I'm like, oh, fuck that, I can't be arsed. But this one is actually, as I say, they're launching on Kickstarter in September. However, as soon as the campaign's finished, it's immediate shipping. I've not had that before on any Kickstarter launch, so I'm really happy with that. This video is sponsored by Vesuviate. This today is a prototype and it's going away tomorrow morning, but I have been promised one of these in September, the colour of my choice. Obviously I've got to go for the white one, obviously. But anyway, I'm waffling on too much here. Play the intro. Right guys, I'll just go over the prices and specs and give you my final thoughts at the end. The price for these, the early bird pricing on Kickstarter is $375, which is a shade, like a couple of quid over £300. And for what you're getting, it's a pretty good deal, to be honest with you. It's a really nice watch, good build quality, good finishing, very good finishing actually. Right, I'll go through the specs. My measurements, as per usual, taking with my calipers and whatnot, you know the score. Case diameter 41.2mm, a thickness of 13.6mm, lug to lug of a rather compact 46.7mm, and a 20mm lug width. The overall weight of this, sized up for my 6 3/4 inch wrist, is 166 grams. As I said in the intro, the movement is the Seiko NH34A GMT, 21,600 vibrations per hour, 3 Hz, 24 joules, hackable, self-winding, 41-hour power reserve. The same specs as the NH35, but obviously with the GMT function. The case itself is brushed and polished, 316L stainless steel. It also has a case hardness coating treatment type thing of up to 1,100 on the hardness scale, on the Vickers. You know what I'm talking about. Basically, which is a great idea because there is polishing on this, especially in the bracelet. See, the mid links are polished. As I say, this is a prototype, so there'll be a few scratches on it. Scratches not done by me, I might add. There's a hardness coating on it, so it's going to stay pretty much perfect condition for a hell of a lot longer than just normal untreated stainless steel. You got polished sides, brushed on top. The bracelet actually matches the watch head perfectly actually. I hate when you get a watch in and it just looks like they've took it off the shelf and it doesn't match, or you see the difference in the tone or the brushing or the finishing of the two between the watch head and the bracelet. However, this one's perfect, no complaints. Fully milled clasp as well with a diver's extension. You might be wondering why there's a diver's extension. Well, this is a diver's GMT, really. Is it? Well, kind of. It's got 200 metres of water resistance. So plenty capable, but obviously you're not going to be able to time the dives other than just for the normal means. But I like this watch, I really do. Look at that AR coating. There's actually a ton of AR coating. How many layers does this got again? Well, let me talk about the crystal. It's a dome sapphire. As you can see, it does distort when you put it at extreme angles. But there's 5 layers of AR coating on it, and it does have a blue. Yeah, you can see that there. But it does a good job. Anyway, where was I? Blah, blah. The bezel's the same, 316L stainless steel. You can see there's plenty of grip on it. And it is unidirectional. Obviously it's not a true GMT. But then the action's really good. No. Oh shit, I went too far. There's a wee tiny bit of backplay, but once it settles into its position, it stays there, you know what I mean? And it does line up perfect. The insert as well, it's fully loomed, and it's also a sapphire insert, so thumbs up from me. Put that back down. The dial itself, oh, pick it back up. The dial, obviously this one is white with that blue, you know, the split white and blue insert. There are various other colours available. You have blue, brown, which it's more like a root beer colour, green, purple. Tony, you probably get one of them, wouldn't you? Mr. Purple. Mr. Tony Purple. Right, aye, where was I? I also get red and white. And the white is full loom, by the way. I'll show you a loom shot in a wee bit. Talking of loom, it has Swiss Super Luminova BGW9 Grade A. So the best you can get of BGW9, the highest spec. There's no such thing as X1 grade in BGW9. The bracelet, as I've already showed you, it's brushed with the polished centre link. 316L stainless steel with a hardness treatment of up to 1100 on the Vickers scale. Solid links throughout, screw pins for adjusting, and the fully milled clasp that I've already showed you. I've already said that. Water resistance is 200 metres. The case back, it's screw down. Now this is a prototype, remember, so see this. This is actually an exhibition display case back, but see this red tinting that you've got here? It won't be as vivid in the production samples. They call it, it's going to be more like a ruby red tint, but you'll still be able to see what's inside and whatnot. And that's actually sapphire crystal as well, so another bonus point from me. The crown is 7mm, perfect size. It's signed, obviously, screwed down, all good. I'll leave a link in the description that goes to my website, and you'll get the full specs, obviously everything else that you want to know about the watch itself. Links to the Kickstarter campaign, as I say, launching in September. There's a link to Vesuviate watches. You get a bit more detail on the watch and that as well. And last but not least is the watch has a 2-year warranty. Perfect. Now, do I recommend it? I do. I don't normally give awards. I used to do that back in the day when I was doing my written stuff. But to be honest with you, I was getting that much stuff. I was just awarding everything, fucking left, right and centre. But as I say, since I started YouTube last year to like work alongside my website, as I've not really bothered with the awards. But If I was giving an award, I'd give this one my gold award. I like it. Good value for money as well. Do you have any issues with it? I have one issue. And it's not a major complaint. I mean, everything else about the watch is fantastic. The only slight negative that I have about this watch is, you see that GMT hand? It's way too much like the hour and minute hands. See how it's got like the double thing? It's a skeletonized GMT hand. But when you look at it, especially on this white dial, you're thinking, fuck, what one's a GMT hand? You know, when you first look at it, when you first glance at the watch to see the time, the GMT hand can sometimes confuse you. Mainly because all the GMTs I've had, and the one I've still got actually, the GMT hand it's hidden. It's more hidden with just the tip pointing to where it needs to point. The GMT hand looks way too much like the minute hand. But apart from that, great watch. If I was to change anything else apart from that GMT hand, I'd probably put the date at 6. But other than that, that's just personal preference. Other than that, fantastic watch. What more can I say? Nothing. I really like it. Highly recommended. As I say, gold award. Right guys, that's pretty much it. I don't think I've missed anything out. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Toodles.